Hi, I'm going to show you how to use the system for testing, and I think that after this video that you'll feel a little bit better. I'm also going to send you some written instructions. The first thing you need to do is log on to the Sioux City Infinite Campus site. The reason that is because we've put a link so you could find the website fast. So on Infinite Campus, if you go to your campus tools, if you go down here on the left, you'll see where it says ISASP. And then the screen will pop up. Now, today I'm going to use the training center because I can't use the live, but on testing day, you will use the blue. That's the live version. Then you put in your email and your password that you should have already signed up. If somebody hasn't done that, please contact me and I'll help you. When you get to this site, this should all be blue, so it's going to look different than mine a little bit. Then you're going to go to the testing section and go to sessions. Then you can look for your name just in a search, or excuse me, you can just look down for your name. When you find your name, you click on the little box and you will have more than one one name here, because you'll notice that this says grade 5 math practice test. You will have the language and the reading and the science test if you're 8th grade. So click on the correct test. In this case, I'm going to use this practice one, but you would pick the one for the day. Click on the box. Then you go to the top and it says go to students in sessions, and you click there. Then you need to click on your name where it says in the session list. You click there. And you'll notice that now your students are loaded. Every teacher will start off in a locked position right here. All you need to do is unlock your students. You can unlock all of them when you first start. It's okay. Also, if you have some questions about colors later on, there is a key or legend right here that can help you figure things out. So now I want to show you how to do the testing side from the student side. So the students will come up here to their Test Nav Pearson icon. They should all have it on their desktop. If it's not there, you can load it in Software Center, or if you're uncomfortable with that, just give us a call and we'll help the student. So click there. So when it comes up, you'll notice that there is like a little shadowy person over here. You want to have them do this first. Click on it and click choose a different customer. Then you want to come down and have them click Iowa. Then they put in their username and password. You'll notice that it says Iowa here. If it says something else, that's one of the things that you can do to help, is go around and make sure it says Iowa. Every student will have a testing ticket, and they will have a different testing ticket for each test. So really kind of the important thing to know here is that their username and password right here are really where they need to be when signing into the program. And you'll notice that the information is alphanumeric. So I would say if there's a student who's having trouble signing in, I would check their username and password before I would ask for help. They come on here and they put in their username and their password and they click sign in, and then they click start. They can read through the directions and then they click start. So I know that you've done a little work with the top, but here are the navigation buttons. So when they click on an answer, then they hit next. They can bookmark something. So let's say they need to come back to this one or something. These questions are click and drag to put them in order. There are pointers if you need it. There's a notepad if you need it. if the student needs it. There's also this answer eliminator that you can click on. I don't know if you can use it for this click and drag one. And then there's the calculator. Also, the students can skip around to questions, and that's a little tricky. Most of them will go in order, of course, but if they'd like to go to do question 6 first, they can. Okay, so let's do a couple scenarios. Let's say that your student has to go to the bathroom, or they throw up. So what they do is they come over here and they sign out. Their questions are saved. Even if their computer dies in the middle or something happens, that like a fire drill kind of idea, then it'll be okay, they'll be saved. Okay, so let's look at that on the teacher side for a moment. On the teacher side, you'll want to come back here and click refresh every once in a while. The reason is that that'll connect to your students. So you'll notice that this student that I was just working on has exited the program. A couple things you might notice, that you might look and say, hey, did you exit the program accidentally? Or do you need some help? Or of course there's a possibility they vomited and they left. When the student comes back, what you need to do is come over here and click on this drop down and click resume. Now the student will be able to go back into the test. A couple other notes while I'm here on this section. If you click on this button, it'll tell you how many or where they are in the program. Also, let's say a student does get sick during the test and actually leaves the building. You can, if you'd like, come over here and you can lock their test. It's very simple to unlock it, and you won't hurt anything by unlocking it and locking it. Okay, back to the student side for a moment. I'm going to sign back in. Okay, so you have resumed the student's test, and here I have signed in as this girl, and now I'm going to click resume, and the test will take me back to where I was on question 7, and I can move on with the test. At the ending of the test, let's say the student has gone to the end of the section, finished all 20 questions. They can review how many they've done. So one of the things you might have the student do is check to make sure they've answered all the questions. And then when they think they've finished, they click submit final answers. Then they have to do it a second time. This is a fail-safe just in case a kid clicks it and then they realize they need to go back and do something. Once they have hit that second button, that's it. They're done. We can't do anything more for them. They can't go back into the test. So on the teacher side, remember to hit this refresh button. You'll notice now that this student has completed their test. This concludes how to use the ISASP.